Hey guys, welcome back to Get to Some Dirt Time. Today I wanted to talk about a topic that I've been thinking about talking about for a long time, and I've kind of been nervous to talk about it. And because I'm nervous because of the fact that it's such a emotional topic for some people that I didn't want to bring it up, but I've got to do it. And it's now this is for everybody, no matter who you are. If you're a weekend warrior that just goes out like once every 2 or 3 weeks and just in a structured campground or whatever, or if you're the guy that goes out with like a knife and a candy bar, it's both people can use it, and everybody in between. And it's martial arts in outdoor life. I know some people I've probably already stopped watching the video saying, well, that's just ridiculous. I'm not going to be punching and kicking trees. It's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about principle teaching that can be applied in the outdoors. And that would be Kodokan Judo, or just Judo in general. Because the main principles of Judo are base, leverage, and posture, and stuff like that. It's not as simple as just that, because if that was the case, I'd be talking for about 4 hours and still not cover all the idiosyncratic here's and there's. But for to be able to be applied directly to being in the outdoors, for example, if you fall a tree and you're using it for a construction project outdoors, like if you're building like a little temporary to long-term shelter, and you have to carry longer beams, we'll say, the principles of leverage will work for you very well there. Being able to identify the center of gravity of something and being able to adjust your body to keep it where you want it, or to put it down exactly where you want it. Those are some things that Judo can help you with. Slip and falls. If you're an ice fisherman, or if you're crossing a frozen body of water or something and you slip and fall, with principles of a break fall that you learn in Judo, you can fall in a way to minimize the damage to your person. Tucking the chin, keeping tight and then exploding out when you hit the ground to transfer the energy away from your core, your torso, your back, your neck, your head, your tailbone. These places that could put a real hurting on you if you damaged them in the woods. Out to your arms, which, if you break an arm or you hurt your arm, it's going to suck, but it's not going to impede your ability to stand up and walk the hell out of the woods. Leverage. There's very few things that will translate over, I'll grant you, but if you're looking for something for exercise and you're wanting to do a martial art and you're very into camping, woodcrafting, building your own primitive shelters and stuff like that, I believe wholeheartedly that Kodokan Judo, or Judo in general, whatever the base discipline is you're wanting to take, would be a very good tool to put in the cranial toolbox. It's a lot of fun too. I mean, it's not just just throwing people around. You do a lot of groundwork, and that's another thing. If you're in a situation where say a widowmaker falls on you and you're lucky enough to survive it, the initial fall, well, now you have to get out from underneath it. One of the the aspects of judo is a ground game, and that's, you know, getting it tight, bridging and shrimping, and getting movement to create space, and you'll be surprised how much a person can bridge off of themselves, because not only are you using your legs, you're using your back, your shoulders, your arms, your abs. I mean, you're using so many different muscle groups that it multiplies your strength on the ground by 10. So it's like you could bridge and shrimp and push yourself out from underneath a piece of deadfall, or say your shelter got put up in a hurry and it got blown down on top of you. You will have been so used to having pressure on you from the martial arts training that you'll be able to assess, okay, if I turn up on my side this way, I'll be able to breathe easier. I can frame up and push this board off of me or this log off of me and then squirm myself to safety. Now, I'm sure people are sitting there, somebody watching this out of my 30 viewers is sitting there watching this saying, oh, well, I can do that without that nonsense, and, you know, I don't need that. And then there's probably some people saying, well, my kung fu is stronger than your kung fu. Well, that's fine. This is just my opinion. You know, it's I just want to throw that out there for people who, especially younger people. I mean, I believe wholeheartedly in anything that trains you on the ground, because that is the worst place to be in an altercation of any sort. So whether it be a tree, a dude, an animal, I mean, hell, there's been reports of a kid took a couple Brazilian jiu-jitsu classes, choked out a pit bull, saved a friend's life. I don't know if the story's true or not. I might look that up and see if it is true, and, you know, put a note in there, come think of it. But anything grappling will kind of teach you the base. Brazilian jiu-jitsu is still my favorite martial arts of all times. I'll recommend that over everything else because it has aspects of wrestling, judo, you know, other sambo, stuff like that, and they're all combined into the, you know, there's aspects of all of them in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. So this is Dustin with Get Some Dirt Time. I thought I'd just throw that out there. I've been thinking about doing this video for a long time, and it's just kind of, I just said, oh, not today's the day. I got kind of a good idea of what I was going to say, so there it is. I laid it out there. So please like, share, subscribe, comment. If you guys want to get into a argument over whose kung fu is strongest, do it somewhere else. I don't have the patience for that, because if you love your martial arts, that's great. You love your martial arts. This is just my opinion. I mean, feel free to comment whatever you want to comment. I'm not going to hold back, and it's big proponent of the First Amendment. So see you guys in the next video. I hope to get some more out here pretty soon. So stay tuned.